Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's see here. Boom, 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 boom. Wow. Okay. Brewmeister, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for dropping in. Paul Rogers, greeting from Duncan, South Carolina. Wow. I like South Carolina. Where is Duncan near? I'm pretty familiar with it. With South Carolina. I have some good friends over in Columbia area. Hector, how you doing, Hector? Hope you're doing well. Michael, I got popcorn, big screen TV, cold beer, waiting for round two. Rumble from the knuckleheads. Oh, it's not that much. I mean, we're just going to report on the general things that we have seen. Hey, Dave, how you doing? Thanks for dropping in. Just getting my relaxation on after a brutal workout. Okay. Kevin, let's talk about it. Cue the intro. Hey, what can I say? Bruce, how you doing, Bruce? Top of the morning to you and Arlen. Arlen went to Pampang Market. So she just went down there. And let me see if I have bum, 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 bum. No. So, California Bear, Ricky Last. Wow, quite a few people here already. So I'm trying the new StreamYard piece here and trying to see how things are going. Good day. How are you, David Dean from Perth, Western Australia? Nice, David. Is by Donutville, South Carolina. I'm just not familiar with Donutville. That's funny. Mike is not real bad, but a bit less than perfect. Okay. I will work on that, Bruce. I wonder, let me just check one thing real quick here. Ah, I wonder why that. How about that, Bruce? Is that any better? Adventures with Roy. Hey, folks, Roy is here. He'll be here moving. He's moving to the Philippines in like, I don't know, like maybe a week or two or 5 weeks or so, something like that. Heath McDaniels. Good morning, Heath. I feel so bad as cool cats. You know what? We're going to leave them out of the conversation. I am not going to go having a big drama issue today. That is not where we're going to go. So, just so that's said. Near Greenville. Problem is, in order to yak, I need to get on my lazy boy to yak at you. Me and the missus are a pup. Enjoy and enjoy. Oh, well, Paul, you're welcome anytime. You know that. You realize how many Filipino YouTube channels there are currently running. So many, most Cebu cities, some province, etc. You mean how many of them have got live streams going, or just how many there are? There's a ton of them. Miami. Thank you, Walter. Yeah, for some reason, my computer is changing my microphone level for some reasons. I don't know what the deal is. Sharky, nice to see you. Okay. Now, let us get started. First off, let's talk about last night. So, last night we went to Walking Street. S- One of our good friends has been out of town and we hadn't been around too much. So, we went to Walking Street to check on a couple of things. One of the things we wanted to check on was, is the Viking bar still closed? And for those of you that don't know, Viking Bar got into the manager of Viking Bar got into trouble. He was on national TV. Rofi Tufalo did a story on him, and so everybody thought there was going to be a big hubbub. The bar actually ended up getting closed down, indeed, and it got closed down for health violation, roaches, essentially. It was going to be open, and I bet it's open before next weekend, but it is still closed. And one of the things that we've also noticed, a lot of the people are talking about, hey, um, it seems like since that episode with everything that the walking street's not as busy. And we noticed a distinct difference last night about it not being busy. But I wonder if it's not busy because it's so damn hot. I think maybe that's what it is. I mean, you have to remember when the large percentage of people going to Walking Street are Koreans, okay, or a large number are Koreans. Well, you know something? They're not making their reservations months in advance. They're a 4-hour flight. They're a weekend trip. They fly in, they do a little golfing, they hit the bars, they do everything else. So, it is essentially a weekend trip. And if it's so hot, maybe they're just saying, hey, um, about they're seeing that it's hot and they don't want to come. So not so much last night. Let's finish this off here. Mike Valdez, how you doing, Mike? John Allen, good morning. Michael, microphones in and out, up and down. Bruce, microphone going up, down, a little raspy. I don't know what's going on with this stupid thing. Let's see. My system settings, my sound. You're right. It's readjusted itself, and I do not know why it would do that. And it's moving around again. And one more time. And wow, that just jumped. I don't know why it would do that. Huh. It's like it's automatically adjusting and it's going up and down. And I'm not sure what that problem there is. Let me do one. Let me check one thing here. Audio. Reduce the background. Mic volume. Yeti. Okay. If that doesn't fix it, I don't know what will. We'll have to wait and see. So please look up on Brian Does Blog Scamming His Philippine Wife with Ovarian Cancer for donations for himself. People need awareness, and April Rose deserves justice. That's a I'm aware a little bit of the situation, but I don't know um, what's going on with it. And oftentimes, when I can't get a reasonable amount of information, uh, it gets to where we won't report it. It's not something that we can deal with. Um, Walking Street is now serving steamy bearded clams. Oh no, that's kind of funny. North Idaho, Robert Powell. Thank you, thank you. Did we see Junior last night? No, we didn't. We really, you know what? We weren't on the street much last night. We had dinner with our friends. We went to a couple of bars to say hello, and then we went by a bar where we're real good friends with the manager and spent some time last night talking to him about his family and his farm. So one of the managers of one of the bars actually has a small farm, and we were talking to him. Going to buy some vegetables from his farm, and also going to he's going to give us a duck. He's going to dress it, and so I don't know. See if you can. Yeah, I don't have it on. I don't have the automatic gain on, so I don't know. Always some bar there closing or opening. Yeah, there are. There's a ton of them. They come, they go. Um, from the microphone and then not just adjust it back. Maybe there. There we go. Let's see what happens. That way I won't lean in and out. We'll see if that happens. Izzy and Chris says audio is good on phone. Maybe the TV. Bruce is on. He's low on the TV, but good on the phone with headphones. Okay. Ruby. Good morning, Ruby. How you doing? Mike, it seems to adjust the volume, pull your head back and forth, then not adjust it back. All right. Let's take one more look at one more thing, and I don't know. I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna leave it right there, and we'll see what it does. All right. AC in 11 days. Can't wait. Great. Great. Good morning, Todd. Todd, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hi from Queens, New York. It's tough to follow the updates on Angela's bloggers. Was there actual fight? I got to tell you, from the small amount of footage that I've seen, no, there was no physical fight. But I think that if the tourist police had not been there, it's quite possible there would have been. And that launches into something, we put a blog out, I want to say a week or so ago, about how it's getting out of hand. And sooner or later, somebody is going to get hurt. And when they get hurt, then it's going to be a bad thing. It really and truly is. So, hey, Copal, how you doing, Copal? How's things going? Hope you're doing well. I'm great. Hope you are too. Thanks. Indeed. Indeed. So, what I am going to do is I'm going to say this. We are still an issue with the microphone. Okay. I don't know how to change that. There's nothing here. The Yeti, let me see if I have anything put in place equalizer, high pass. No, there's nothing there. No automatic gain control, nothing. I guess we're going to have to live with it for a while or uh, just simply deal with it, I guess. I don't know. So, Buenos Aires. Wow. Nice there. So, anyways, all right. So, what I'm going to do is we are going to post the link, and if people want to join in, they can. We'll have a open panel. We'll keep our comments reasonable. We'll keep the language reasonable, and we will in turn be respectful and mature. Otherwise, I'll just boot it. I'm not going to go through what we went through before. Chippy Whiska, new subscriber. Hey, Relay. Well, you know what? I am going to go and see if I can find a Uncle Fester costume. I'm going to see what I can order online. See if that makes any difference whatsoever. So, paste that. Boom. And then we are going to pin it. Delete. So it should stay there. Should stay up. I don't know. We'll find out. 85 in the room. Wow. I just have a hard time getting used to StreamYard. I'm not sure what the deal is, but I'll adapt to it. We'll find out. I still like Ecamm. Come back to that. Mike, make sure you keep your kicking boots on ready for the panelists. Indeed, we will. We honestly will. We're not gonna have a live like the last time. We are not. I saw the vlogger that went and saw World Zoom at the Immigration Detention Center. The guards wore street clothes, sitting in the shade, picnic table. Didn't look severe. Yeah, well, it's a detention center, and we don't know what it looks like inside, that's for sure. I have a question. When these foreigners decide to open up a business, do they do a worldwide criminal check to see these people are legitimate? No, no. Most of these guys are opening businesses. It's their wife's business, not theirs. Okay. No CR stops. No, we're not going to do that this time. That's for sure. Ruby, I think you mean kicking sandals. I see the Viking was closed. Yes. And as of last night, it is still closed. We went by Viking last night and it is still closed. Um, so, we'll find out. I mean, it got closed because um, of a health violation, not because of the stuff with the manager. So we'll see how serious they are. They'll find a reason to shut down any bar that needs shut down. Yeah, Copal's right. He's absolutely right. To see who's going to shut down what is really what's going to happen here. Bruce, does that mic use a battery? Maybe it needs a new one. No, it doesn't. It does not need a battery. So I don't know why the volume is shifting. I really and truly don't. But it's something that, because that is something I can't watch. I can't see that. In Ecamm, I could see that, but in this, I can't. I have to rely on people telling me. Good morning, Mike. Hey, Brent, how are you guys? The Cubs girls is reporting it. Oh, Chubbs girls, I bet. Yeah, it's it's still shut down. It was shut down for a health violation. You know something? Nothing's going to come of this shit. Nothing. I have no faith in that either or. I really and truly don't. 100 in the live stream. Wow. That is huge for us at the 20-minute mark. Todd's like, I knew it was curtains when Rafi turned up. Yeah, it's curtains for a couple days, but it won't be for long. It really won't. Something going. It's like you're fading in and out. Same thing happened with you when on Brian's live yesterday. I don't understand why that's happening. Um, Everything on my end shows it's fine. All right, so play sound effects, alert volumes, sound interface, input, type, built in, continuous, USB, and Yeti microphone. And we're going to go put it right there. Every time it does, I'm watching it move on and off, on and off. And I don't understand why it's doing that. So let's see if I go into this voice equalizer, master, input gain. I guess I could turn that up a little bit. Enable blue, browse, create. I wonder if it's a problem with the low voice. Soft copy one. There we go. We'll move it to that and we'll see if that makes any difference. Let's just flip it over here and go back to sound and we'll see if it's going to bounce again. Yeah, it's still bouncing. And yeah, I don't know. We'll see if it's going to, yeah, it's still bouncing. So I don't know. We could go to that. And I want to try one more thing, folks. I'm sorry. I have no idea why the sound is bouncing. But we'll go there and we'll leave it there and it's still bouncing. So it doesn't matter what we do. Now there is another option. Wait, I do have another option. Okay. We can do this. We can turn that off. And now we're there. And it still bounces. I don't know. I don't know what the problem there is, to be honest with you. Let me shut down for a health violation. Yeah. Let me get to Prepper here. He always knows. I'm thinking the microphone has a physical setting on the mic that controls input. Mine does. Well, I have a gain, which I can leave where it's at. I could switch it over from the pattern. I mean, I wonder if that will make any difference at all. I just switch the pattern on this and And so now I moved the pattern and it's still bouncing. Still bouncing. So I don't know. I've got no good answers right now. I really don't. I guess when Arlene gets done with her to-do list, that is going to be a part of my to-do list to figure out what's going on with the volume. I wish I had a better answer. I could. You know what I could do? Oh my God! I'm thinking I may have found the reason right now. Holy crap! I can't believe that. Let me just double check. But I may have been told what the reason is. Let's see what happens. There we go. Nope, it's still bouncing. That was not the reason. But I can go to settings. I can go to audio. Default to the Yeti. I turn off echo cancellation, reduce mic. See what that does. Volume is set. Let's see if that makes any difference. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, now let's see if that makes. Is it going to bounce, bounce, bounce? No. Huh. That's interesting. That is interesting. I don't know how it sounds, but I got rid of the bounce. So I'm sure people will let me know. Now it's loud. I can turn that down a little bit, that's for sure. And I think we've got it tuned here a little bit better. Da, 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 da. I think that's going to work a little bit better. Okay, there we go. So let me go back up. Anyway, so, it's kind of like what Copal was saying. I think that there's going to be a large number of of examples being made. How those examples are going to be made about the bars, I have no idea. I talked to a couple of the managers last night, and they told me they're very well prepared. They're ready. All of their paperwork's in order. Everything else. I don't know how they'll get past the health check piece, and that's because all of these bars are connected. There's a wall between one and the next for the vast majority. So if one's got roaches, they've all got roaches. But yeah, Todd's correct. Absolutely. So Bruce, try shaking the wires. Maybe you're right. So Mike's Philippine Journeys in the room. Mike, go to setting. Try to switch the echo. That's what I did. I went into settings and I turned off echo cancellation and I turned off background noise. So I think it might be working now. Let me scroll. 100% better, Bruce says. Okay. So let's try and catch up on everything else. Let's see. I noticed the ABC has not put out a video since his run in with Philly. I don't know. I got to be honest. You know, as much as I don't want to disrespect any of our subscribers, we value you guys and viewers. We value you guys so much. But I want to say we do have a life other than what you see. I don't spend my life sitting in this chair. Although sometimes my wife accuses me of spending too much time. We have a pretty busy life, and sometimes I get around back and forth, and we just stay busy. I mean, you know, yesterday we were busy all the way up until it was time to actually go to dinner and then a bar hop. And even then, I mean, I got tired last night. I got exhausted because we had been busy all day. We were home by 9:45, I want to say. Mike, are you still banned and blocked from PA? You know, Brent, I believe I am not. Here's what I'm going to say about Philippine antics. Okay? And I know, you know, it's been a big topic for everybody. Here's what I'm going to say. I have been in contact with them. I believe that we may have misunderstood some things between each other. We discussed a couple of things very, very briefly, and I'm going to leave it at that. I don't believe I'm banned anymore, but they haven't, we just communicated yesterday. So with that being said, and, that's all I'm going to say right now. Associate Pat, amazing how George, I amplify gossip. You know, again, that's their channel, their prerogative. And I don't know what else to say. I will say this, you know, there is a tremendous amount of stress that people can be put under. And the more stress you put them under, the more reactionary their emotions become. I mean, I can tell you, if you're in healthcare and you have patients, you can see a difference in how the patient reacts to all sorts of stimuli, therapeutics, everything that goes along, all based on stress levels. So, I mean, stress is a big thing. Manager of Barnana Bar is gone. Viking manager might be let go. It was a manager or owner that was causing the problems. It was a manager, all right? He has an SRRV. He's legally allowed to work in the country. Now, will the owners allow him to continue? I have no idea. Let me try and catch on you. Michael says, I need to hire a sound effect person to make stupid sounds like Filipino TV. Yeah. I can barely figure out 118 in the room. If I'm not mistaken, that's an all-time record for our small channel. We really appreciate it. Certainly we appreciate it. Every man repeats the story. I think I know who that is. How you doing? Good morning. Do you have a switch or dial mode on the physical mic? Yes, I do. We went through that. Cable connections. I think we're okay now. Unplug the mic, plug it back in. Bad connection. StreamYard just came on. What's my LG? How you doing, LG? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Associate, I saw your fear-mongering video. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's a matter of time. If people continue to threaten people, if people continue to go after each other, if people continue to go after people's families, there's only so much crap that people will take. That's just really all there is to it. You're still doing good enough to understand me. Okay. Good enough. Muted now. No sound at all. Change and cut. Volume gone. Muted. Yeah, I was doing a bunch of different things. Barry. Ruby says, Barry, how about at Mike shaking his tail feathers instead? There you go. Now you got me. So let me ask you, as a first-time traveler to the region, Thailand is entertaining what they call now low season. Less tourists and hotels are less per night. Is there a similar low season in the Philippines? Yes, right now. And it's because of the heat. You know, that's the heat. This is the hottest time of the year, and so less people come. Prepper says I sound okay. John sounds better. Expat, well, you did for a moment. Mike says, sounds good. Prepper, leave it alone. Sound good. Sound fine. Loud now. Got it. Sounds good. You're doing a live stream and not recording a record. Yes, I am doing a live stream. So, I understand what you mean. No, yes, it is not going to be a production, LG. Yes, you're right. You're right. Ruby, sounds better, Mike. Don't move left or right. Okay. 100. Everybody's still saying hello to everybody. Everybody, were you once in a James Bond film? No, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express one time. Does that count? How do restaurant inspections get passed? Brown paper bag full of cash? Probably. You have no idea. I mean, there are for sure some restaurants there are plenty of restaurants that are clean and reasonable. So, I mean, is what it is. Smart Girls is ABC. Hello. Yep. Ruby, relay signings. Okay. One can get banned in PA when you have better info on topic than what the couple. Again, we're just not. Don't play with it. You fixed it. Okay. Just had the best mango over breakfast. It is definitely yellow mango season. I love yellow mango. 119 in the room. Wow. That's a lot for us. Mike, good for you, PA. Different opinions. Look, yes, every blogger, every channel is not, they're all going to have opinions. Some of those opinions will be the same as others. Some will not. Sometimes maybe we don't do a good enough job getting our opinion across without being insulting. Maybe that's also a part of the problem. Maybe I'm too direct sometimes. So we'll see. I'm watching in New York on AT&T. Sounds good, looks good. Thank you. Thank you very much. I think you will see government-issued IDs to all employees that work at the bars, like all truck drivers, porters, beach resorts. Yeah, Mike, they have IDs. You know, that's a part of the issue. No. Let me rephrase that. The girls have city ID, city licenses. So we'll find out. Smart girl, we have nothing to do with Ace. Oh, there you go. That's what they say. So you got to take it for, until, and here's the other thing, until somebody can prove otherwise, then you should believe them, or you should at least not accuse them, perhaps. Although it is funny, smart girls. I mean, you guys are still working, or do often work out of the same place with the same whiteboard. But it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Mike, every month the city of send a couple of guys to our bar and charge us for pest control. They come in and spray for pests. There you go. KKMD style in the Philippine journey, all about reacting to and reporting drama in the Philippines. It doesn't sound very relaxing. No, we don't. We do a lot of other stuff. Check out our Thailand trip. Check out our Bohol trip, our Boracay trip, our Panglao trip, the Tarzares, the whale sharks. No, I'm sorry, dude. That's just not it. I am the new owner of Ground Zero in Dumaguete. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Sure, smart girl, Mike says. Let me put this back up here. So there is the link. If you guys want to come up, cam up, be happy to. Mike, every month the city. Oh, missed it. Okay. It's a bit addictive to listen, and so here I am, but there's more to the journey. Yes, there is. Oh, yeah. KKMD, we do this because it's a hobby. Some days are interesting. Some are just boring as shit. Don't you have a boring day at home once in a while? We do, that's for sure. And when you're retired, you have even more boring days. That's the beauty of being retired, I think. So what I find funny about Vikings Bar is he needs bodyguards. What the hell is that all about? Well, Dave, I will tell you what it's about. That's not a problem. Unlike the businesses in the U.S., there are very few banks. First off, there are very few bars that run the majority of their money through the bank. It's an all cash business for a reason. That's the first issue. Second issue is at the end of the night, that cash goes home with those managers, or a vast majority. And people know who those managers are, so they have bodyguards to make sure nobody jumps them for the cash. Sometimes when they're going to work, they'll have a lot of cash, because everybody tends to pay, like last night, we had a 1,400 peso bill at one of the bars, and I just gave him 2,000 peso bills. Nobody keeps a lot of small change, so they have to deal with that. There we go. I want to turn that down. I'm sorry. So you have to be safe. Yep, I turned it down. Bruce, FI, echo cancellation, noise reduction do control the AGC, even if you have no setting or control for it. Sorry, I did not know all your controls to help you better. Thanks, Bruce. Well, I have that off so it won't bounce around now. 123 in the room, a all-time record. Thank you so much. September, October, April, June. That's the slower months. Sound like Casey Kasem. Wow. Usually I sound far worse than that. I'm glad I have a garage this month. Is worse than I've seen it here. Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen it this hot and dry. I really don't. Ruby, hey Mike, how much does your electric bill jumps during April and May compared? You know, usually April and May is really not that big a jump. Maybe only like 1,500. At most 2,000 pesos different. But this month is going to definitely be a jump. Everyone is dying to get you to sit down so he can steal your story. In my 20 years here, I've never seen so much backbiting. Nice blog, Mike. Thank you, Beamer. I don't know. I haven't been here 20 years, haven't YouTubed for 20 years, but like I said, if people continue to pursue other people, sooner or later, somebody is going to have a physical altercation, and it's not going to be fun. I am a green mango. Arlene loves green mangoes. I love yellow mangoes, but Arlene does it. Never had a mango. Brian's kids got me thinking I would like the green. The green is I don't know. It's almost like it's almost like an apple in consistency. It's chewable. I like the mango that's like a papaya. Hello from Las Vegas, Vegas. Hey, Iggy. Thanks for joining us. We used to go to Vegas quite a bit, Arlen and I both. I used to go all the time. BT, do you have insulation to help control the heat? Let's see here. The reason I ask about PA, it would be nice to see you in their panels sometimes. I don't know, Brent. I'll be honest with you. Everybody has a different style. And sometimes, something, if it's a subject that we're comfortable with, then it certainly wouldn't mind that whatsoever. But we don't mind reporting, but to continue the uptake. In other words, it seems like every time there's an issue, let's try. I'll give you a hypothetical. If there's like a dog got hit in the street yesterday is the topic, and tomorrow is they had to amputate the dog's left leg. And then the next day is the dog is now had to have and been intubated. Okay. The dog got hit by a car. Maybe that's a story. But then the continuous follow-ups, is nothing wrong with that. I mean, people want to know. People want that news. We just don't have time to stay involved in it. I got to be honest with you. I just have other stuff to do. So that's why, sometimes it works great. Sometimes it doesn't. I'll be back home May 2nd. Zambales Alongabo to retire. Nice. Arlene likes Zambales. Copal, if the channel is monetized, it is easy to see who owns it. I don't know. I mean, certainly you could get I don't know. I mean, you can see the name of the email that owns it, the name of that, but their individual name, I'm not sure about that. I mean, not unless you get a warrant and get Google to disclose it. I'm talking all bar workers, managers, door people, cooks, mama sauce, lady. Yeah, it would be, you're right, Michael. It would be, and they all are supposed to have stuff in registration, but they should have IDs. I would think. JJ the Lonely Bull in BGC. JJ has a channel. You guys should try and check him out as well. Bum bum. Brian, I like smart girls. Do not prefer Ace. So there you go. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. You know, look, you don't have to like everybody. There are people we like and don't like. And I mean, we don't personally not like them. It's just the content we don't care for. Have you noticed that Ace hasn't used our whiteboard in the last month? We banned him from using our studio. No, I have not noticed that. But I have noticed that his whiteboard, you can, maybe he has another whiteboard. I don't know, smart girl. I really don't. But either way, that's totally up to you. I feel like you want to retire to West Palm Beach, Florida, or maybe it's me. I got to tell you, I had an opportunity. I kicked myself in the ass. I had an opportunity to buy a place 2 blocks off the beach in West Palm. Great place. From a buddy of mine that unfortunately ended up passing away. And he was getting everything ready for either way. I had an opportunity to buy his place, and I should have. I really should have. It was a heck of a, he was going to give me a really good deal. But I didn't do it. 134 in the live stream for a small channel like us. I'm just really impressed. Thank you so much, everybody. Everybody. Let's talk about fruits. No, the other kind of fruits. There's plenty of fruits and nuts here, Hector. That is for sure. Plenty of it. We will share our story at a later time. Well, you know what, smart girl? If you would love, we would love to talk to you. Just simply send us an email, get in contact with us. We'd love to talk to you. Not that you need us in any way, shape, or form, but, I've seen several of your videos, and I do subscribe. It's good stuff. Managers have to transport cash to and from the bars every day. Why not keep a safe instead? Because nothing is safe in those safes. That's about the bottom line. There's probably daily operational money. All right. Daily operational money in the safe. But when your bar does 150, 200,000 in cash business that night, they're not going to leave that, that's going out. Smart girl, I think if you focused more on living and more normal stuff, stay away from sex topics, you do much better. There you go. Yes, we agree. We're working on travel and retirement tips videos today. Smart girl, you should get together with Ruby. And she's had some really good ideas on how and what Filipinas should be blogging about in a mature, educated manner that would get you to a higher degree of clientele. Let's not call them bar girls. Their official title is guest relation officer. Yeah, it used to be, but you can walk up and down the street, up and down Walking Street, and the wanted signs say bar girl. Dancers and entertainers. I'm sorry, that was wrong. Dancers and entertainers. As for people pursuing one another, whatever happened to tolerance and forgiveness? You know what, Rich Moore? Tolerance and forgiveness is long gone. Long gone. People can't learn to get along with each other, it seems like. And I find that difficult. I really do. We've got a video coming out about that. I've watched Smart Girls for a while. I wouldn't consider them using sex topics, more advice on how to win. And you know what, Brian? I think you're right. Their topics are more about, I love the one where she says, what's it cost for me? I think it is. She talks about her nails and everything else. And honestly, there's no bullshit in that. It is absolutely real. It was a very, very legitimate one. David, that was the last day of rain, 160. Wow. Oh my God. Yumi Mango. Oh, sweet relief. Okay. That's a little TMI. Good for you, Yumi. Iggy, thank you so much. Thank you very much for the super sticker, Iggy. Sweet relief. We're just gonna put him in timeout and be done with that. I will say this, most vloggers will beat a dead deer for 3 weeks till the smid comes out of both ends and it stinks. For a lot of those people though, I mean, Michael, I'll be honest, for many YouTubers here in the Philippines, that supplemental income is important to them and necessary. It's not necessary so much. I said that the wrong way, but it's important for the extras. They don't need it to live off of, but it's like gravy on your mashed potatoes. I mean, mashed potatoes are good, but man, you put some good gravy on there. Well, that's the same thing, Social Security's fine, but when you sprinkle a little extra cash in there, it helps. So I can understand it, and we've never had a problem with that. We just say, hey, that's what they want to do. Unfortunately, there's a bigger issue. The Korean triads are actively and growing in PI. It's about deep pockets of power. Yes, of course. Of course they are. Today, Rain was on a shopping trip with Singpi, mother of 5. Wow. Nice. Rain is one of the girls from, I forgot their name now. It's on the tip of Sweet Girls Philippines, I think. Have you been to Hong Kong? And if so, what did you have to do to re-enter the country? It's been several years since we've been to Hong Kong. I'm assuming you're talking to BT. Hector, GRO was designated as a non-dancer, no waitress, just someone who entertains and goes bar fine. Do they still have them? I don't recall any 2 months ago. I don't know, LG. Aloha, welfare. Yes, that's us. Welfare Mike and Food Stamp Arlen. That is us. All right. We are living on subsidized cheese and green bologna here in Candy Towers. My welfare barely covers it. So that's my new name, Welfare Mike. And everyone else. So Ace was using Smart Girl's place to do his videos. Doesn't he have his own place? Just asking. Well, I know he has his own place. He's shown a place saying it was his. Gee, that's actually an interesting question. Hillbilly Pyro joining us, 149. We are way past the biggest live stream we've ever had. Way past. So, Wow. Smart Girl Philippines, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Obviously, they're making more money on their YouTube than we are. We make so little money on YouTube, it's just not even funny. Thank God it's a good hobby for us. El Nino sucks. Yeah, it does. Does Florida get the cyclones being close to be like most beaches of the? Okay, yeah. So Ruby in Florida they call them hurricanes. In America, in the U.S. they call them hurricanes rather than cyclones. And I think it has something. There's actually a technical difference between a cyclone and a hurricane, and I think it actually has something to do with how it rotates on what side of the equator or something like that. But yes, they do, and they get hit hard. Forecast rain. It'd be nice to see some rain, that's for sure. You got more people watching you than people that watch old Don Lemon show. Well, I tell you what, we are super grateful for those of you that are watching us. That's for sure. Absolutely for sure. So, what else were we going to talk about? We talked about Viking Bar. We talked about the Ace Philly issue. We talked about pushing boundaries and constantly hounding people and the backbiting that seems to be going up. Um, you know, bar owners are known as PMA, putty marking specialist. How funny. Wow, I am way behind on comments. Smart Girl's been around 3 months, only 48, and they need no advice. They already have. Yeah, no shit. They don't need advice from us, that's for sure. I was thinking about what we could gain from them, Brian. That is for sure. Andy Omar. Prepper, appreciate the beers. We'll hand it to them. Rain forecast. Hoppa, do you do the shopping in the wet market on your own? So I think letting Ace use your studio hurt your channel because many viewers think your two channels are related, and if they hate Ace, they will not like your channel either. Well, I don't know. I still, I subscribe to them, and when I have time, I watch them. LG, I'm just making fun at the government's euphemism for GRO, as prostitution is illegal in the Philippines. We Filipinos know that these women are conservative and religious people. Sarcasm. Well, everybody's entitled to their opinion. That's what makes us fun. Not dead yet, Jeff. Eating government cheese. Yes. It's sort of like an inside joke with Hoppa, but let me kick on another device. Let's hit 150. Thank you. Thank you so much. No, Mike, I haven't been to Hong Kong in a long time. Back then, no visa was required for Americans, but I believe the British still laid claim back then. Ruby, one thing that really shocked me here in Australia are the brothels. Yes, you have legal brothels in Australia. And no, you don't have legal brothels. Hold on, I'm getting confused. It's either Australia, New Zealand. I think, you know what? I'm confused. One of them has legal prostitution as a solo practitioner, all right? and doesn't allow brothels. And, I don't know. Somebody else that knows more about it, we can see. AJ loves to see his comments. He also loves talking about things he doesn't know. He's discredited. I don't think so. Hillbilly Pro, they spin a different way. Yeah, I thought that's the best I could remember. Omar and his posse is chasing down RG. He hasn't made a video in over a week. I've heard that otherwise too. I also heard somebody mention that he hasn't put out a video of his own in a week. But I don't know. I don't follow Regular Guy. I'll be honest with you. I just don't. His content doesn't interest me. And since I'm not going to chase people down looking for odds and ends to complain about, I really don't watch them. Hello from Elo. Hiya, Sperlin. Thanks for joining. John, did you pass by my question? I don't know. Did I miss your question, John? Hang on just a second. Let me scroll up. Wow, it's way up there if it's here. Wait. There we go, John. I heard that Philippines are finding sex offenders with passports in the Philippines. How's that possible? Well, I don't know how it's possible. It shouldn't be. They should be able. They have a. It's easy enough for you to find out if somebody's a registered sex offender in the U.S. Okay, they have 2 different websites that list every registered sex offender in the U.S. And that could easily be done at entry. So I don't know how they get in. I really don't know how they get in. Maybe somebody else does. And I apologize, John, for missing your message. I saw a clip where there was a shouting match. Yes, actually came to blows. Leo and the Walking Street. Actually, all right, so if you watch that clip between Ace and Philly, you'll see that there's a guy, you can see him from his back. You're looking at him, and he's kind of saying, way, stop, to Ace. All right? That is an Angeles City tourist police. They're the ones that are kind of predominantly on Walking Street. So, yeah. Now, are they actual police, as in PNP? No. But they certainly, they have walkie-talkies directly in touch with Station 4. So, more entertaining than Don Lemon. I hope so. Wow, that's nice. Is John banned after the last time? He wasn't, but he will be if he comes in. That's for sure. Chippy Whiska, thank you so much for the super chat, super sticker. Thank you so much. So what advice is a 20-year-old going to give me? A 20-year-old girl or 20-year-old guy, Andy? Which one? Brian Thompson, he doesn't deserve the title. Ah, madam, there you go, just facts. Oh, I thought Fields Ave was the wet market. Wow. Let's see here. Ruby. I am sure with their vast knowledge and experience, they'll share their wisdom. Sarcasm also, Ruby says. Exactly. What the hell kind of advice is a 20-year-old girl going to give me? Well, a 20-year-old. I want to know whether you guys are talking about 20-year-old girl or 20-year-old guy. Wasn't there a security person holding back ABC? I don't know if he was actually holding him back. Um, I think he was trying to get him to move on. I don't know. You know what? When you're not there and all you have is this video snippet that lasts about like 7, 8 seconds, it's hard to tell. It really and truly is. Not dead yet. China requires a lot of info and pre-registration, including Hong Kong. Wow. Ruby, we have legal brothels here and strict regulations. In New Zealand, street pros is allowed and Australian does not allow on the street. There you go. John, I'm hearing the Philippines are finding sex offenders. Yes, I answered that. I don't know how they get in. I really don't. Pyro says, I don't like all the fighting and drama going after each other. I've had enough of that in the last a lifetime. There certainly is. Michael, government cheese, canned beef, canned pork was traded commodity with my grandmother in the 70s. She would trade fresh eggs and produce for them. She did not qualify, but she made too much. Yeah, it can happen. Nice try, Egghead John, but you're the loser in the room seeking self because I haven't seen John. Is that, are you saying that John, I don't know. I don't know where he's at, if he's here. Finding sex offenders is bring databases online, scanning entries, renewals. Brent, if you want to travel with your wife, best go Thailand or Vietnam where there's no need for a visa for Filipinos. Yeah, Arlen's been. Walter, does Philippines have a I am a hoe card because Ecuador, the women who sell as have to have one in order to sell tail I'm a hoe card to medical authorization. I don't know, Walter. I have no idea. But, let's try and keep this in a reasonable conversation. Our Philippine journey, I know last time I went to PHP, I was checked really good, didn't think. I don't know. Catch you next time, guys. Breakfast table. Okay. Where can we find that clip of Philly and Ace? Look at I think the live stream yesterday that Philippine Antics did, they showed it. So it's a very, very short clip from what I understand. And the Smart Girl blog. Oh, there you go. It was on Antics live stream. Andy Omar will be the father of Megan's Law. Relay. Speaking of 20 years old, what advice would you give to your younger self about life in general now that you've lived life for a while? The best advice I would give is to go on a strict diet, get as lean and skinny as I could, and to quit smoking. Other than that, I like life. LG, Snippet looked like the prison guard running from the reconnaissance search and kill mission. No, the snippet that I saw him come up the street to Ace. You know, he was on the sidewalk, Ace was on the street, they were yelling at each other. It was actually kind of childish for mature adults. But I understand Philly's point. I mean, Philly, as you know, he is defending the honor of his wife. And that's important to him, more so than other people, I guess. I just, it is what it is. Sex offenders get into countries because their immigration systems are not automated. Yeah, that is true. Mike, Zajac is Egghead John because the only person blocked from me. Zajac, huh? I haven't noticed him. Philly is here. He's got the clip. Yeah, there you go. Relay, aloha Philly. Both Philly and Ace. I wish I'd rather watch your 700 Club. Oh, Michael, I don't think so. I don't, Ace, I think, is entertainment, although he has really stooped low, to be honest with you. Philly, I don't think he's a waste of time. But you know what? We all have different things that we would watch. I think the 700 Club is a waste of time, but it's not my cup of tea. Philly, the clip didn't show ABC, just saying. Ran like a little girl. LG, I got Philly's attention. Let me see here. The reason I ask, because there are a lot of bingo. What happened here? No, wait, I skipped one. Mike, so your health as a priority. Other than that, live life to the end. Yes, absolutely. The one thing that I can say is 80% of the stuff I've done in my life was the things that I wanted to do. Things that people said, you may not want to do that, Mike, or you may do this, or you may do that. But I did what I wanted. I charted my own course, for better or for worse. Ask ex-wife number 2. Some things were for worse. But health is something you can't go back on. And I was born with a health issue. I mean, I was born as a type 1 diabetic. So, I've been on insulin all my life. I should have done better. I'll be lucky to have both of my legs in 2 years, 3 years. I should have done more. The reason I ask, because I hear a lot of men go and get women from these bars and do things that someone would think a lot of them don't use protection. In Ecuador, no woman can work in these clubs. Well, no woman can work in the clubs here either. They have to have weekly health inspections, Walter. And they are licensed. If police find them, they'll be arrested. Yeah. No, Walter, that's fine. They have to have weekly health inspections here. Weekly. And they have to have that to work in the bar. They use Interpol. Hydrat. Philly. Hydrat. I don't believe Ace ran away. Not at all. I don't care for either Ace or Philly. Well, we don't all like everybody. I'm sure it's not going to hurt Philly or Ace's feelings. I'd rather watch Bob Ross paint than Philly in the Philippines. Oh my gosh. Yet, Brian, you still watch my videos. Yes, indeed. Relay. Philly, you're no saint too. Both you and ABC are deplorable. Now, really, why would we use the word deplorable? I find it hard. None of us are without fault. Don't get me wrong. All right? None of us are without fault. We have all done things that are wrong. Or that I would think we've all done things that we wish we hadn't done. But I don't see how you can put Philly and Ace in the same category. They may be, both of them may not be your cup of tea, but they certainly, I would think, wouldn't be your cup of tea for different reasons. I would think. Phil, just thank you. Prepper Ruby, like Mike said, health, physical, and mental would be what I would tell myself, and to be financially more smart. Spend a lot of my money. Yeah, you're right, Prepper. That would be a strong second. Whoops. Prostitution is illegal in the Philippines, but not enforced. That's pretty true. It's definitely illegal. Like Philly said, it's all about the views. I researched AJ Hoppa on Google as an excerpt. You can Google it yourself. Mike, I'm a type 2 and I lost my lower right leg 1.5 years ago. Not fun. No, John, I completely understand. I mean, I have been on insulin since birth. Currently, I'm on 4 doses of insulin a day, and sometimes more if I go overboard, so to speak. I've been very strict about it all my life, but I wish I had been stricter. I'm losing the sight in one of my eyes. It's not significant right now. You can see, I still see. All right. But I'm going to lose a leg in the next couple of years. I know that. From AJ Hoppa, great topic. I've seen guys at the gym and the locker room not even naked with a towel or briefs on. Actually, let's see here. Well, we'll just put you in timeout, John. I'm not going to take that shit today. You either act like a mature, responsible adult or be gone. Easy way to make enemies. Deplorable is a great word. Triggers an emotional response of disgust. You just have to be careful how you use it. Well, I think you have to be careful about how you say anything. You should be reasonable about what you say, or you should try. That's just like guilty by association. People should not be judged guilty by association. It's is what it is. Philly slamming the cook reeks entitled behavior. ABC dishonoring Philly is unacceptable. I agree that Philly's wife, what ABC did to Philly's wife is unacceptable. And if you weren't there, you don't know. When you say he was slamming the cook, I'm just going to skip that. Now that you've lived in the Philippines as an expat, what is it that you like about spending your retirement living there? You know, Ruby, there's so much. Every day can be an adventure here. Every day here can be an adventure because it's nothing like where it used, where you came from. It simply isn't. I'm doing a video right now. Do you know you can be happy in the Philippines for less than $1 a day? That's right. $1 is 200 pesos approximately. Okay? If you walk down the street and you give a poverty-stricken person 25 pesos, you have done something. You will have accomplished something so far outside of the norm. The sense of, I'm not saying you should be giving money to every beggar. I'm not saying you should be giving money to everybody. You know what? You'll just have to watch the video to see what I mean. Look, the gossip press. Yes, Jeff is here, but he's been reasonable. For me, the only thing I would tell my younger self is not get married to my ex-wife and move to once I retired from the military. There you go. Oh, I see. Somebody took care of somebody. Angeles City becoming Dramagete? I don't know, Brian. It's possible. Let's hope not. Was it the real Kuya John? I have no idea. One of the moderators banned them, and so we'll find out. Egghead John starts crap everywhere he goes. I heard Geraldo Rivera's retiring is going to start a YouTube channel to compete with Ace. You never know. Well, he better hurry because Philly isn't going to be on Walking Street much longer. So, because, Brian is moving. No relay. You're fine. Okay, John, if you're going to insult me, at least get my name right. There you go. Wow, the dollar's increased? Yes. Yes, indeed. You know that, Andy. It was 57.70 something. What is it right now? Let me see. The current international spot rate. Went down just a little bit. It was 57.71 this morning. It's now 57.67. 143. I feel I'd have to say the friendly people, the way everyone is willing to help everyone no matter the race. Yes, they are friendly. We don't have an issue here. Hi, is the HOA dues the same for all units, different for AT&T, or different for the owners? Well, every unit has an HOA fee here, and it depends on the square meters. So the studios, the 1 bedrooms, the 2 bedrooms, the 2-bedroom premiums, the penthouse, those are all different. At Andy Omar, the rate is great. Again, I love it. Yeah, no kidding. Jeff, what's your problem with Andy Omar? 57.69. Todd, how you doing, Todd? We're doing great. Thanks so much. Okay, so Dave put Kuya John out. Let's see. I will put the link back up. If you would like to cam up, if you've got something you'd like to discuss, please feel free. Hop on. You're going to have to be able to show your face unless we already know you. And you're going to have to be able to have a unmodified voice. Barry, how you doing, Barry? Barry in the PI. Really great guy. Really. Andy was just being a smart aleck. Sunset travel. Hopefully you didn't end up going out last night. It was 30 degrees. Yes, it was hot last night. We did. We went out last night to dinner. Then we went to Shooters. Then from Shooters to Q-Bar to Lucifer, and Lucifer home. We were home by 10 o'clock. I stepped out a bit. I just heard AJ put the boot to Madam John. I think the highest I've seen was 58. I don't remember. That must have been way before my time. Strong U.S. dollar is good for expats, bad for Filipinos. My bar fine should be increased to commensurate with the U.S. dollar exchange rate. Why? Why? That's not going to do anything. That just, the bar owners will just make more. Philly will travel down twice a month for follows like me waiting on his wife. I don't think so, LG. I don't think Philly gives a shit about the income from it. I really don't. My opinion. The dollar's not increasing. It has lost its value as a world trade currency, thus bringing down the value of currency that used as reserve currency backing. I try not to figure it out and keep up with it. All right. You know what? If the dollar isn't gaining value, then for sure the Philippine peso is losing value. All right. So if the dollar's worth more, it's either gaining value or the peso's worth less. You can look at it either way. My first time in Olongapo, the peso was 7.2. Wow. Holy crap. How long ago was that, Brian? Hoppa, in the early 2000s went as high as 60. Before my time. Brewmeister, food stamps won't cover booze. No. Thank you, Brew. Brewmeister, thank you so much. Wow. That's just tremendous. You're correct, LG. I don't know about that. Kuya facts. Egghead is touting the fake daughter crapola, and he can't take care of his old dog. Nice, Brew. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Brewmeister is very generous, and we certainly appreciate that. Aloha, Brew. Agree on the modified voice. Yes, I have a hard enough time. Have you guys seen Bush Barbie? Bushbarbie, I think. Okay? She's an Australian comedian who has done a spinoff on condom commercials, and they are hilarious. But hell, I have the hard enough time following her accent. Her accent is hilarious. But I mean, her content's hilarious. But her accent is like hard. I wanted Arlen to watch it, but the woman's accent is so heavy, Arlen can't understand her. So, yeah, that's why modified voices just don't work for us. They really and truly don't. And a lot of people don't like them. Hi, this is Dave. Hi, this Dave put boot. Yeah, Dave did it. I think I'll go to the bank, convert $5,000 pesos. Don't think I'll get any higher. It's been hovering in that area now for about, 4 or 5 days. 2011, AJ. Mike, just here watching and eating nachos. All right, so Mike, are they homemade piece of shit nachos? Are they good nachos? Or did you just pick up Jack in the Box nachos? If you're going to cam up, show your face, have a mouthful of teeth. I have to admit, you don't have to have a mouthful of teeth, but you should have most of your front teeth at least. Shouldn't have any missing. And the teeth that you have should not be rotted out. It's just and it's nothing to do against that individual's. It's just, have some respect for yourself. Take some pride in yourself. Just trying to stay cool. Yeah, Barry. I mean, it's hot. Hot. Even in Tagaytay. Barry lives up in Tagaytay, and it's warm. Man. But it's cooler there, I think, than here. Show us those nachos, Mike. Yeah, it's going to have a Jack in the Box logo on the side of it. I think Mike's too lazy to make his own nachos. Come on. It's early in the morning for Mike. It's 10:30 in the morning to be eating nachos. I guess you could eat them anytime. James says bar fines are just paying the pimps. Yeah, essentially, but it's a legal method, James. It is legal. And until the government changes that, it's encouraging it. And I don't know. And I don't know how to argue it. If the government is going to encourage it, then it is what it is. AJ, it's mine, not Joe's. 1970, Sam Mig was only 2 pesos. Woo. In 83, the rate was 11. Oof. Party horns for brew. Yeah, I don't have that yet installed on this. I wish I did. I don't have the sounds. I do have sounds, but I don't know that I have anything like that. Dance, pop, dance. I need to install those. I need to install that or to come up with it. You got exposed, idiot. We don't like modified voices either. Well, welcome to the channel. You got exposed. I've seen some of your stuff. Well, we'll leave it at that. Mike, you got a premium price for crispy $100 bills exchanged for a reason. The Philippines Bank uses it like gold to back the Philippine peso. I don't care what they use it for. Okay? I really and truly don't. It just doesn't matter. You can look at all the dollars that China dumped, But I don't care what the Filipino, all I know is my dollar's worth more here than it was. Have a question to Philly. Was your final decision to move is because your wife was robbed and you got tired of the crime? If Philly's here, I'll let him answer that. Wow, real jalapenos on them nachos. I bet. Can I cam up with teeth? Sure you can, Roy. Roy, when are you getting here? Is it next week or is it the first week of June? I got Barboca. Jack and the Crack are great when you're shit-faced. Yeah, they are, Dave. I will have to admit that is a very true statement. No proof of said child. We all know he likes to lie. First time in the Philippines, 1970, I boarded a Provident. $1 was 4 pesos. Wow. 1968. 68. That was right before Vietnam, wasn't it? I'd have to go back and look, Gilbert. I don't remember those dates. Hector, Mike, will increasing the bar fines reduce the clientele? No, absolutely not. You know something? We know, all right, so this is a true story. True story. We know a expat. He doesn't live here full time, lives in the U.S. Comes here about every 3 months for 3 months. He is a friend of one of our friends. This guy will go without eating to make sure he has money in that day's budget for, I don't know what the best word to use is, for extracurricular activities. And I got to be also honest, Hector, I think the vast majority of those extracurricular activities are not bar fines. They're freelancers. All right? They're the Tinder girls, the Facebook girls, the dating app girls. They provide those services way in excess of the bars, in our opinion. Australian accents who are not professionals or highly educated are really difficult to follow. It takes years. I know, Ruby, have you seen Bush Barbie? Philly, all kidding aside, if you lose over $1,000 a month from YouTube earnings because of the move, the walks pay for itself. Just saying. That's up to Brian. That's totally up to Brian as to, as to what he feels like it's worth. Yeah, the highest is going to be 91. Oof. Hi, Mike, everyone. Good morning. Hey, Bruce, how are you? The nacho sauce in a can of Walmart isn't too bad. How funny. How funny. Jack and the Crack nachos. Might be. I'm just skipping through some of the comments where everybody's just talking to each other and stuff like that. Red Zone Mindanao, how you doing? Red Zone Mindanao does not look like that icon, but I kind of believe it is him there. But either way, welcome. Your dollar's not worth more. The inflation rate goes up, the cost of the Philippine pesos. Michael, it's relative. If the inflation rate goes up, the products go up, it's an entire cycle. The dollar has gone up. I'm getting more pesos and I'm buying more. I mean, I can tell you right now exactly how much more I'm buying. I have a set specific amount of US dollars I move to the Philippines every month, Michael. When the Philippines rate was 49, I was getting XYZ in pesos. Now that it is, I got the, let's see here. The other day I got 56, 60, 60, 56, 80 something. All right. I can tell you, I got about a little over 4,000, 6,000 more pesos. And the inflation rate has not driven me more than 6,000 pesos out. So it's gaining for us. For other people, it may not, certainly. I know 7-Elevens in Hawaii have nachos with free condiments, stack as much, chili cheese. Yeah. So eBay says I would finance the episode on Mike. I don't recognize eBay, and I'm not sure what the episode on Mike is. Are you talking about you're going to finance an episode on me? Wow. Okay. 68. Ruby or accents go by region. Same. I'm from the South. I sound slightly English, have different vowel sounds. Yeah, she's funny. Okay, eBay, let's watch the personal attacks, please. America increased prices of cigarettes by $3 a pack to stop people. People still buy. Yeah, they do, John. 68, yes. Middle of Vietnam is only 4 years old. Wow. Let's see here. What a loser needs money to get some food, not even go eating. Sheesh. This is why my circle of friends is tiny. Hold on here. I'm sorry. I had to take care of a couple different things. Boom, AJ. I should call you Kuya. AJ, you're older than me. And the chit chat amongst people. Brian T. Most calls me Joy Kuya. Yeah. So Arlene is literally listening to this, and rather than comment, she sends me a message says, just the small shift last month is 100 US dollars more conversion. Big deal. It's a big deal. All right. I heard Mike has never had a girlfriend. Okay. Do you believe everything you hear, eBay? I don't know. Ruby, I'll check her out. My family always enjoyed going to the Melbourne comedy. You're going to like her. Ruby, her entire comedy on YouTube is about they're like public service announcements for a condom company called Moment. But it's not dirty. It's funny. Kuya John, how would you know? The next door Asian countries will continue to go to Angeles because they don't stay long. Westerners may decide to go to Thailand. $100. One man's trash is another man's treasure, LG. Good morning from Fresno, California. Hey, Butch. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah. See, we're just going to do that. I'm not going to deal with people personally attacking people. That's over. It's not to be dealt with. Okay? We're not going to have another live stream like last weekend. It's not going to, that's just not what we're going to do. Nacho, sure. Nacho sauce. Athos is trying to make a point at one level that most people don't think, plan, or even understand the global. No, he's correct. There's no doubt about that. Okay? Monetary, understanding how money works is an understanding how governments prop and artificially inflate and change how money is applied. Those are very complicated subjects, really. Taylor, hi, Mike. How much are the 2-bedroom going for Candy Palace now? The new White Tower going to be more expensive? Well, I think there's one 2-bedroom unit. Are you talking, first off, Taylor, are you talking about for rent or for sale? I have, let me see here. People, I've been keeping this kind of like around because I keep getting asked how much are the units. So I have a current price list for a you want to know 2-bedroom. For a 2-bedroom at Palace right now. Candy Palace 2-bedroom. Daily rate $7,400, which is all inclusive. All right, weekly rate is $29,400 plus electric. And the monthly rate is $72,600 plus electric. So the monthly rate is $1,296 and 50 some odd cents plus your electric bill. And I didn't figure out the weekly or dailies. All right. If you're talking about for sale, let me know, and I'll give you a couple of numbers that I kind of know about. 143, I think that might be a new record in the room. Bruce, good day. Captain Billy Jack, how are you? When I'm in the Philippines, I'm addressed as Kuya Dave. I know it's a sign of respect. What's up, Mike? Here in Anyawan, Cebu. Enjoy your stuff. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you very much. Bruce, no. Egghead is obsessed with you guys. I don't know why he'd be obsessed with us. That really, you know what? We're a very drama-free channel. We try not to. We get involved by accident once in a while. We get involved in something we didn't think was big, but turns out to be big. It's not something we really want. Kuya John must have unlimited email accounts. He may. I mean, but you don't know that was Kuya John. Could be somebody else that likes Kuya John. I get the kind Tito Bill. Hoppa, when you're drunk or stoned, 7-Eleven are heavenly. It's okay, Mike. Let him Kuya John keeps. No, I don't want it. I don't want it. Okay? You know, I don't even know how to really go into it. It's not something for it just isn't. Not something that I don't want the bullshit. So, of course, Arlene is critiquing me, AJ. She's reading these advanced from the other room. She says, how much for Arlene to throw a pillow? And she says, tell AJ I will do it for free. Smoking is an addiction. It, unfortunately, Ruby is. Living in the Philippines almost 5 years. I'm still looking for cheesesteak and fried onions. Oh my God, Brent. I don't even want to talk about it. It's not available. A good, you just can't. It's so hard to get what I would call a good Philly cheesesteak. Really. AJ Paclabo time. Hi, Brent. Ruby smoking is the hardest addiction by far. It's something. Still hovering 140-ish. You know what? I got to tell you, 140-ish is a huge deal for a small channel like us. Or, you know what? Maybe other small channels beat the living crap out of 140. But for us to have a live stream with 140 people watching, that's a huge deal for us. It really and truly is. And we appreciate every one of them. Yeah, obsessed with guys, especially. Ruby, coffee would be next. I love both. And everybody's kind of like chatting between themselves in there. When I was in Albania, the currency shifted enough that my disposable income dropped more than the local minimum. Wow. Really? That's a huge shift. eBay is Kuya John is obsessed with men. All right. Look, Bruce, we don't need to go after him either, you know? All right? Don't force me to go in that direction. Kiki in the not sure, but eBay seems to be a troll. He might be. He's gone now. Kuya John is like a stalker. He won't get over what Mike said to him. Well, regarding your house, your rules, yes, it is. You know, I mean, can we agree? Can we not agree to disagree with each other sometimes? I don't get it. Got destroyed and embarrassed his girl. Okay. What the F? Just ban people so they behave. Yeah. That's what, you know, I guess, except for the troll accounts. The troll accounts you just end up banning. Philippine bloggers always say I don't really follow their channel, but I saw a few of their videos. It's fun. They always say that, but they know everything about every channel. You all monitor each other. We see their thumbnails. You know what? I think Brian brings up an important aspect. There are a lot of channels that come through our feed. We're not subscribed to them. And unless we subscribe to them, I don't consider us following them. Then there are a lot of us that see people's thumbnails and guilty. You make an assumption of what that video is about based on the thumbnail. So I think it goes a couple of different ways, Brian. I really do. Mike, I applaud Mike. I didn't see it. So it should be Ninang or Ading. Central banks collectively bought more than 1,000 tons of gold for each of the past 2 years, a pace unprecedented in modern history. The People's Bank of China alone bought 225 tons of gold. Okay. And if you look at the Chinese economy, they certainly need it, Michael. Worth some $15 billion at current prices. Its current holdings now stand 4% of its international reserves. Yeah. Expat, I get a lot of laughs from the older generation. Brian, true, I'm just in all channels, daily entertainment. Oh, Heidi Oxy Hagiga, elephant. Let's watch ourselves, Heidi. I watched Philly, got mixed up, thought I was recommend that Ace Bachelor. I checked Ace out. What an arrogant BOS. Hate asses that think they're better than anyone. Well, there are plenty of them. More than plenty of them. Okay, look, you know what, folks? It is 2 hours, and that is where we kind of try and cut the limit. If I didn't see you or get together or something because you're further down, all kinds of comments yet to go through. But Arlen's back from the market, and I got stuff I got to do before I get a pillow thrown at me. I want to thank all of you. Thank you so much for making this a wonderful live, and we hope you have a great day. Thanks.